Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2015 Millsaps Athletic Department Senior Awards Ceremony and Banquet. My name is Dan. I'm the Sports Information Director here at Millsaps College and your MC for this evening. And I just want to go over a few little housekeeping rules and guidelines for what is going to be going on here tonight. Coaches are going to be introduced and then they're going to walk up, talk about their season and the seniors individually. We're also going to introduce each senior, present their letters, and then at the end we'll kind of cue you guys for a round of applause. And then we do ask you guys to hold until we've announced the entire senior class. There'll be an opportunity for a group photo. In fact, we've got our own professional photographer here this evening. That's Miss Vanessa. And she'll be taking the group photo here on the stage. If you guys would like individual photos or a group photo of your own, now that would be the time to do the group photo. Individuals and kind of smaller groups, we've got a Millsaps banner up in the recital hall lobby upstairs behind you. You guys can do that while the ceremony is going on and, of course, obviously afterwards. We also are going to arrange for everybody to get copies of the photos that Vanessa takes, and as well as all the videos that we show this evening and this entire ceremony. That'll be available for each of the seniors if they'd like a DVD. We're also going to host it through our website, gomajors.com, and of course, YouTube and all the other social media platforms. And just for one housekeeping rule from my part, I just want to thank each and every one of the seniors. This is my third one of these, and you guys have been awesome, just like the previous classes before you. But I got to see you guys since you were sophomores. You made my life a lot more enjoyable. Got some great stories, and for many of you guys have worked with me throughout the games and made my life a whole heck of a lot easier. So I do thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. And every time I always kind of remind myself, every time I get to watch athletes like yourselves, I've got a pretty good job. So without further delay, another one of our MCs here this evening, our athletic director, Mr. Josh Brooks.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, just thank you all for being here. There's so many people I want to thank tonight for all the work they put into for making tonight happen and for just making this whole athletic and academic season happen. First of all, Marie Smith and event scheduling, everyone in the AV, thank you for putting up with us. I know we've been kind of crazy getting all this stuff put together, but we do appreciate you. And especially my immediate staff, Eric Elliott, and Griffith, and Clark, please stand up wherever you're at. Please stand and be acknowledged. I wish that upon anyone. My wife is probably glad I worked many hours, so she didn't have to think. So they're the wives at work, and I do appreciate all you do. The hours you put in, we could not do without you, so thank you. Also, in the training room, Murray, Zara, Nick, I think from the month of January, they've had one day off up until now, so hopefully we can get them a few days off. If you could please rise and be recognized, I'd like to say thank you. All of our head coaches and assistant coaches, you are our recruiters, your fundraisers, your coaches, your retention specialists. You wear so many hats, and we definitely could not do without you. So every head coach and assistant coach, please rise for a second. I'm not sure if Dr. Ward was able to make it tonight. If you are, please raise your hand. I can see you. But I want to say a special thank you to him. He helps us navigate between academics and athletics and helps us make sure that we keep the student athlete first. And I'm very appreciative our coaches have that respect as well, so we do thank him as well. Also, I don't know where I'd be this year without the guidance and leadership from Dr. Dean Katz. I want you to please stand and be recognized. Taking my calls at random hours of the night where I can just vent or maybe just ask for guidance. I do appreciate every minute. You've been 100% accessible to me here for the first 2 months, and for that I thank you. And of course, Dr. Perigin and Phoebe, please stand and be recognized. Everything you do for this college, we appreciate. The vision you have, we all believe in it, and we're so excited about the future. And on top of all that, we see you at so many athletic events. We know how crazy your schedule is. And for you to take time out of your crazy schedule, it means so much to all of us, the coaches, student athletes, everyone to see you there and supporting us. We know we can count on you there. And last but not least, there's two men I want to thank, and I don't think they were able to make it tonight because they work a full load, but Ron Coleman and Bo Barnes, two gentlemen that you would not know what they do unless they weren't there, because they do all the little things that we take for granted, whether it's washing laundry or keeping the place clean or putting water out, all the little things that go unnoticed. But these two gentlemen are the backbone of Millsaps Athletics, and we cannot do anything without them. Story about Bo. I know the women's basketball team know this story, but it's a special story. It's one of my favorite memories from the season. The week of the SAA Women's Basketball Championship, Bo lost his father. And we knew we had a big weekend coming up ahead. We had the quarterfinal on Friday, the semifinal Saturday. We knew with 4 games, 8 teams on Friday, the hangar down in the locker room was going to be just a complete disaster. So we called in extra support staff ready to come in Saturday morning and get the place clean. And when I saw it late Friday night, I said to myself, there's no way anyone's going to be able to get this done in the short amount of time that we had planned for it. So I got there extra early Saturday morning, just thinking I could make it dinner and I could pick a few things up. And I showed up early Saturday morning, started I walked the hangar dome, and it was spotless. I walked the locker rooms, and it was spotless. And I couldn't figure out what happened. And I bumped into Murray. I said, Murray, do you know what happened? And he said, well, Bo knew the funeral was at 12 on Saturday, so he came in and worked from midnight to 5 a.m. just to make sure that it was set and ready. And I think he even left a special note for the women's team on the board saying good luck. And I knew right there we could have called the game against Hendricks because there was no way we were losing that one. And it's stories like that, it's people like Bo that would make Millsaps so special. So just one more time, just another round of applause. Tonight is about you, our student athletes. Without you, there's no need for us. You can play the game without me. And it's such a special experience to be an athletic director at a Division III school where you all come here on your own dime and compete without anything back but just the love of the game and wanting to compete and be a part of intercollegiate athletics. And it's so special. I'm so appreciative of every single one of you. And this has been the best year professionally in my entire life. I've had more fun working here than I can't tell you. And if I've got one regret for coming to Millsaps. And that one regret is I didn't get here 3 years sooner so I could have spent more time with the senior class, because they are just special to watch you grow this last year and know the futures that you have before you. I'm just so excited for you, and hopefully you'll stay close to Millsaps and know you're always welcome. One of the things we're going to do for you is we're going to start a young alum group and let you know that you're welcome to every event your first year out. Every event we have attendance, you're free to come in. And once you know you're welcome, always come back to Millsaps, and you're special, and you're very special to me because you were my first group, and I'll always remember this group. But without any further ado, let's get the program started, and I'll turn it back over to Dan. Thank you.
Before we introduce our first sport and team of the evening, we wanted to take a few moments for a special softball award. Traditionally, this is awarded on the last home regular season weekend, but this year, much like most of our spring events, weather became an issue and that weekend got rained out. So we want to take a few moments here this evening, and without further delay, head coach Roland Rodriguez.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here, and obviously it's a senior night, and Josh was kind enough to welcome us to be here, but you're kind welcome, and I appreciate your having us, allow me to be here. And we've had this delayed a few times, and Josh was able to take care of things for us, and we're able to come back and allow for this presentation, the award to take place. The award, it's a Fighting Spirit Award, and the award is named in memory of Perry Tyner Tate. Perry was the big sister of 2014 graduate Molly Tyner, who was a 4-year veteran for us, pitcher for us for 4 years. And unfortunately, in January 2013, at the age of 23, we lost Perry to a lengthy fight with him, which was a rare blood disease, and it was a tough ordeal for the family. And knowing Perry and the way things were, it was throughout, and it was just things that we thought about with her constantly. And Perry was only a Millsaps softball fan. She was a big softball fan, but she was a big fan of her little sister. and cared a great deal about Molly. Always there for us, and she came out and she cheered and laughed, and just you could hear sometimes over the crowd, that type of thing. Just an infectious spirit that we really enjoyed. She made the most of her life. She was excited about things and everything that she took on, and left a trail or path after an outstanding academic career over in Alabama. Roll Tide, I've got to insert that for her. It was a constant mouthpiece from her. And we have to follow those things as much as it hurts sometimes here in the state. But that's after a great career. She left a big imprint in Tuscaloosa, in the Jackson area, Clinton, Madison, the entire area. And she was just a believer in celebrate the day and make the most of every moment. And it's something that we admire. And it was just infectious, and the numerous children within the tri-state region that she touched. It was a big impact on everyone. With William and Joy Tyner's blessing, I came up with the idea of the Perry Tyner Fighting Spirit Award. And I will read you what we have described. It's the Perry Tyner Tate Fighting Spirit Award. This award is presented annually to a Millsaps College softball player who best exemplifies the dedication, commitment, loyalty, and never quit attitude which Perry so powerfully demonstrated throughout her life. It was a blessing to have her with us, and it was an honor for the family to allow us to present this and have this in place within our program. Selecting the individual this year was pretty easy, and we're not part of the program. We didn't have any seniors on the team this year, so we met with underclassmen. And as I go through this isn't something you win based on your softball abilities. And you think about those things, but it's more about the whole picture and your whole work that you do within the program, on the campus, off the campus, throughout, and just things that you do that are admirable. And then we think about Perry, we think about this award. And I had a sophomore that went through some struggles physically, and so that their lives in immediate comparison. And then she was a second-team all-conference player for us a year ago, and some arm issues came up. And if you know a little bit about softball, you know you can't throw, you can't play. Kind of tough unless you can really hit it. And she really struggled throughout the summer. We told her not to throw for about 5 or 6 months. That's tough to tell a softball player you can't throw. And she made it through things. And if you can see us during the fall workouts, and our training staff worked very closely and we saw this. And you look over and you see someone doing a push press, for example, with one arm. You see someone doing an upright row with one arm. You see a push-up being done on one arm. And if you don't admire that and respect that as a teammate, you're not in it for the right reasons. And we saw that, and it was just something we constantly admired. I admired from day one. It was a tough thing to view, but I knew where her heart was, and I knew what her intentions were, and I knew her best interest was, you know what, I've got to make sure I'm doing things for my teammates because it's all about us. So without any delay, as I kind of hinted towards things, and I think some of the players are here with us, I want to introduce sophomore from Cypress, Texas, Ms. Hannah Doggett, 2015. Thank you again, and congratulations to all of you seniors. Best of luck.
Thank you, Coach Rodriguez. Our first team here this evening is the 2015 Millsaps football program. Here to talk about his senior class of the 2014 season is head coach Aaron Pelch.
First, I want to say congratulations to all the seniors that are here tonight. That are representing their individual sports, some that are dual sport athletes, and really their parents as well. It not only takes commitment from the student athlete or from the kids to stick it out for the 4 years, but it takes commitment from the parents. Listening to the complaints, rebuffing them when they want to come home sometimes, talking them down off the ledge every once in a while from either quitting or maybe moving on somewhere else. But it's so easy to quit. It only means more when you see what we're doing through athletics and really here at this university. So congratulations to everyone that's out there. I'm here to talk about our 19 young men, 19 seniors that we say goodbye to our football program. The group that's meant so much to me. When I became the head football coach here 5 years ago, we had a kind of a short window to get our first recruiting class in. It was a fairly small class. We knew we were going to have to buckle down the following year and really bring in some talented players in order to be competitive in the league. And it was maybe one of our best recruiting classes that possibly we've had here at Millsaps College in a very long time. And these 19 young men that are left are the ones that really embody all the things that we talk about within our program. Character, commitment, family, all those things. In this group, we've got a couple future doctors. We've got some accountants, one that's going to law school, some that are getting into business right away, some that will be pursuing their MBAs. We've got a two-time Player of the Year. We've got Freshman Player of the Year. We've got multiple all-conference award winners. And we've got some that never really played much here, but they stuck it out and they committed to the program. We've got a group of leaders, people that took this program, put it on their back when times were tough. Going from a 9-1 football season where everybody thinks coming back, you got a chance to be maybe a top 15, top 25 team, and finishing 3-6 their senior year to finish it out is a tough pill to swallow. But you've got a group of people here, a group of 19 that really embody the character aspect of the game. They stuck it out, they played hard, they never quit, no matter what the circumstances were, and really led this football team in a positive way. They were a family within a family. They were a group that I became very close with. I know most of them very well individually and most of their families. And they're as good of a group of young men as I've ever coached in my career anywhere. I'm proud to say that they're well on their way to becoming great men in their life, and I'm really looking forward to see their growth over the next 10 years and see them come back as proud alums. I'm going to read off the names of the 19 seniors: Mike Bartholomew, Jorg Battle, Zach Bell, Bo Brady, David Carter, Brad Godfrey, Cooper Hastings, Alex Jackson, Trevor King, Joe Marquez, Jeff Milner, Will Oakley, Harrison Olinger, Cody Page, John Peterson, Zach Thrasher, Matt Wall, Brandon Weber, and Sims White. Congratulations, guys, and thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your 2015 football seniors. Our next sport is the 2015 graduating class for Millsaps men's soccer. Here to talk about the 2014 campaign is head coach Steve Bolts.
stand here before you tonight and talk about our senior class. It's, for better or for worse, the first class that I spent all 4 years with, 2 as an assistant and 2 as a head coach. And when we say special about, a lot of people here tonight use that word a lot, I like to probably quantify and clarify that a little bit, what special truly means when you talk about young men and women here that are getting ready to graduate. For us in men's soccer, it means that this group that was part of these 2 seniors that were part of a group of 9, and only 2 remaining, that makes them special. They're graduating from a very, very tough academic school at Millsaps College while achieving a high standard in the sport of men's soccer. That makes them special. Through injuries, ups and downs, not wanting to quit after the first season when it was 2-11-2, that makes them special. Graduating now with 2 rings, 2 regular season championships, the first group to ever do that, that makes them special. Graduating as the first group of seniors with a winning record throughout their career makes them special. I couldn't be proud of this group, and I know they've set the bar so high for the groups that come from here on out, and I can't wait to have Christopher Lawrence and Anthony Chucky Hayden to come up here and be recognized by everybody tonight.
Once again, the 2015 men's soccer seniors. Our next sport is the Millsaps women's soccer program. But as we are transitioning to a new head coach, here to speak on behalf of that senior class is Miss Ann Clark.
Thank you for coming tonight. Since there's only one senior women's soccer player, this should be short and sweet, just like Taylor Winslow. Looking at Taylor Winslow, you would have no idea how tough and strong she is. Getting knocked down, getting back up, and never quitting. My child, when we watched her play, covered his eyes. He was afraid for her life. But every time, she kept going. Taylor has been a student worker for 4 years, and during that time, she has earned several degrees. The first is running errands, stuffing envelopes every semester, and also getting the mail, as well as an accounting degree. She is a joy to work with and never hesitated to help out. She'll be missed by the athletic department as well as on the soccer field. And now that she's graduating, I have an open spot for a student worker. Please raise your hand if you're interested.
Before we get to our next sport, over the past semester, we met with several of our student athletes to get their thoughts, feelings, and memories about their athletic and student career here at Millsaps College. We filmed a series of short videos that we'd like to show you here this evening. And our first one we call My Favorite Memory.
thought it for see some. Last year against Berry College, it was Bisha, who is now one of our assistant coaches. It was a senior then, and he was the last one on court and was able to pull off a really tough third set victory. And I'm not sure if we've ever been more excited for to see some match.
Winning the conference junior year, that was an incredible run we had. Winning the first 9 games, having some incredible wins.
So, especially the time when Aaron called Andy, my sandbagger on Lewis. The calmest guy I know. I've never seen that much freak out come from anybody.
And sophomore year, we also went to the college series and we won regional on a walk-off hit. Those are
Coach always want me applesauce, and I love it. Containers, supposed to work hard. If I play good, you get it for me.
Little chinless dog guys that feel kind of stop the game.
Well, it stands out to me is the formation of self-control my sophomore year with Jared Myers and I taking.
You know, having the #1 defense in the nation is rare, and we worked really, really hard in practice, and that was kind of something nice.
every meet's their own animal, and it's really fun to go and team each one of them. Sometimes they get you.
Knowing that you did everything you did on the practice floor, and you brought that to your home games. That's really something to like remember and cherish and take pride in.
One conference, back years. And sharing that with our teammates and everything else.
Abby White at practice during campus year hit back to basket, and I got really emotional and cried.
It was our first memory of Banner Huntington at Huntington. I just remember everyone being so excited.
Getting to share experiences where people have done really well, or like I've done really well. Those are really exciting moments. And then this year, conference tournament, I'd have to say, my country fell. On our home turf, which was the last record ball in school's history.
Winning backyard ball from last time was pretty big.
And I guess the overall record that stands out to me is my junior year. We clinched our second conference championship in Center College. We went down by 11 points with 2 minutes left. And the crowd was starting to get big.
Me and Alex Jackson forced fumble, get the ball back, and then they went for 2, but they scored. Forced the pitch, and keep attacking.
Coming back to win overtime, which is probably the best one I had. We Center College last year. I still to this day don't understand how it happened. I'm so glad I was a part of it. It was the best times I've ever had. Definitely senior game. That was the craziest experience of my life.
My junior year, we overcame many challenges. We started with 10 players, ended up with 9, had a few people hurt. We made it to the conference tournament, and we beat Birmingham Southern 44-46. And that just kind of summed up our season for us.
It's been a great one watching the program evolve from very young and immature to not winning anything, becoming 2 seasonal championships in second. So that's one of the history books for us.
My fondest memory was my junior year. We were playing at home against East Texas Baptist. And ETBU, the team that was far beyond better than you were. We were on the lane, we wouldn't play. And so it went to end the game. Ryan Berger, who's graduating now, he hit a 3 to win it. And the funniest part of that game was 2 minutes before it happened, Ryan comes up to me and says, "You know what? I feel like I'm going to hit a game winner tonight." And I laughed like I haven't seen a 3 in 2 months. And he says, "No, I got to get it. You catch the ball. 2 seconds left, and it's
The way the team has evolved and the way that we've all just kind of grown closer as close as brothers and sisters, and my best friends is probably the best thing I could ever ask for.
Freshman talked as well that all the different schools and backgrounds we all share the same passion just to drive better athletes, and not only just the sport, but just athletes as well.
I remember Laura wanted to watch my match, and she couldn't be there, but she got to watch my match on time.
coolest things we've ever seen. And Coach Page gets ticked off and yells at them, "You watch your Sports Center watching Sons of..."
Getting back to the seniors at hand, our next award is the 2015 graduating class for Millsaps Volleyball. Here to talk about the 2014 season is head coach Jamie Fisher.
So many of their favorite memories are also many of my favorite memories. These last 4 years with these girls have been pretty incredible. I ask my players a lot, and two of the main things I ask of them is total effort and a great attitude. And for the last 4 years, these 4 seniors have done that better than anyone else. From day one as freshmen, they've been in our program 100%. Effort, relentless, driven attitude, and have come in to every practice giving me everything they have. They have been 4 of the hardest working players to come through our program, and it showed with what they've accomplished the last 4 years. In 4 years, they have been a part of a team, of my first team to compete for a conference championship. They were in a game that set an NCAA record for most points played with a winning score of 46 to 44, and we played at 25. This season, they were part of a team that finished ranked #1 in NCAA Division III for the most digs per set, which is pretty perfect for this group because digs per set really means you're working hard and you're giving your best attitude, and that's what that stat is all about. So it was really fitting this year that we came up with a team theme of God Grit, because that's what these girls are all about. And it's with great pride I introduce these 4 seniors: Peyton Manzo, Matt Keith, Christina Tilton, and Taylor Z.
Once again, the 2015 senior class for volleyball. Moving on to our winter sports, our next team is the 2014-15 women's basketball program. Here to talk about his seniors is head coach Chuck Winkleman.
If y'all would like, we could get some water, throw it on the floor. If you want to see the slide, I'll show you. Sam, of all the things to remember. Still invited to the house for dinner on Thursday night. That's not a more than 180 seconds. I've got 180 seconds to speak, so let's get started. I pulled out the 2011-12 media guide and had to share these bios. Samantha Perez, freshman, 5'5" guard, Miami, Florida, University School of Nova Southeastern University. The daughter of Merrill Perez has one sibling, Lawford, named second team All-County by both the Miami Herald and Sun Sentinel. Also named team MVP, major, undeclared. Velvet Johnson, freshman, 5'8" guard, McCool, Mississippi, Ethel High School. Daughter of Georgia Johnson, has one younger brother, Mike. Named team MVP, all district MVP, defensive and offensive player of the year. and first-team All-State tournament team, was an honor graduate who also ran track and placed third in the state 100 meters. Majoring in biology and is active in the Wellspring program. Brittany Earl, freshman, 5'9" forward, Houston, Texas, Hastings High. Daughter of Gloria Hall, has one sibling, Cherie Hall, named to both the first and second team all-district teams, as well as being academic all-district. Won the Outstanding Achievement Award in AP Art History. As a member of the Kappa Delta sorority, and is majoring in biology. Wow. It's amazing to reflect on how our time together has passed. And for all the seniors in this room today, just reflect on that. It seems it's just yesterday that they started. Thanks for embracing the process with me. Let me give you a history lesson. Sam, Velvet, Brittany. In 1978, the administration of Millsaps reinstated women's intercollegiate basketball for the first time since 1935. The majors originally competed in the Mississippi Intercollegiate League from 1920 to 1935, winning the Mississippi State women's title during the 1931 season. Few records remain today to track the success of Millsaps' earliest women's teams that battled state powers such as Ole Miss, Delta State, and Mississippi University for women. In trying to sum up in 180 seconds what the three of you have accomplished together, I wanted you to know the legacy you have left behind for those that follow, the incredible impact you have had on women's basketball here at Millsaps. In the 33 years since the reinstatement of women's basketball here at Millsaps, prior to your arrival as a senior class on this campus, the program had won one conference championship. In your 4 years together, you have brought us 2 conference titles. Wow. I could go on and on about your individual accomplishments and contributions to our program and the Millsaps community, but this is not the appropriate time. Well done. You have invested your approximately 126 million seconds with championship excellence. May each of you experience God's unconditional love, grace, and abundant blessings as you enter into a new season of life. Love others.
Once again, the 2015 graduating class from Millsaps women's basketball. Our next team 2014-15 Millsaps men's basketball team. Here to speak on behalf of his senior class is head coach Tim Wise.
Thank you. And Ryan Detillier and Dustin Albert, not Albert, as many of you know from Louisiana, are seniors with our men's basketball team. They exemplify the values and character for our program: passion, humility, servanthood, and thankfulness. These are the four things that we stress. As both lead guards, the direction and path provided by these men have shed light for our others to follow. Congratulations to Dustin on earning honorable mention for our conference this year. Ryan and Dustin will be productive in their lives ahead because of the work ethic and their drive to improve on a daily basis. Dustin is moving into the coaching profession. That's his dream and goal, and I've tried to tell him that he's a little bit smarter than that. Ryan's moving into the business world. Maybe as I grow older and older, and I can only watch ball from the house, I might be able to watch General Manager Detillier and Coach Albert lead Ryan's beloved Pelicans. Dustin, Ryan.
Once again, the 2015 senior class of Millsaps men's basketball. The Archie Lamb Award is traditionally given every year to the outstanding male and female student athlete who best represents leadership, sportsmanship, and character both on and off the field of play. Here to present this year's Lamb Award for the outstanding male student athlete is Mr. Trey Bernacci.
This year's Archie Lamb Award recipient is a leader on his team on this campus. He's involved in several organizations, including Order of Omega, Foundations, Interfraternal Council Executive Board, Student Conduct Council, and the Hall of Fame Swim Team. He has served as president of the Kappa Alpha Order fraternity as well. He has done all this while being a scholar athlete, being named Academic All-Conference in 2013, 2014, and 2015, and was a presidential scholar this past fall. On the field, he is one of the leaders and has excelled both as an outfielder, hitter, and relief pitcher. His enthusiasm for the game is evident every time he takes the field. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the 2015 Archie Lamb Award to Mr. William Chenoweth.
I do have one other bit of housekeeping and a brief apology to one of our probably more popular seniors. We got his photos in late, and we didn't want to leave him out of that slideshow you guys saw during the reception and as you guys trickled in. So we wanted to take a few moments to honor this senior. women's tennis. Here to talk about his senior class is head coach Jason Box.
I have two seniors, one male, one female, and I'll start with Charles Reese. I'll give you a few stats and then talk a little bit about him. Over his 4 years, he's won 75 matches, both in singles and doubles together. He's a three-time ITA Scholar Athlete as well as a three-time All-Conference Academic Selection. He was named to the second team All-Conference last year. This year, they just finished up yesterday with a loss in the finals of the conference tournament. Our team went 16-4. That's the most wins a men's team has had in over a decade. We've never played in the finals of a conference tournament, and it was clearly a historic year for our men. And Charles was the unquestioned leader of that group. Yesterday, as we finished up, we had the whole team together, and I asked our four freshmen that made a huge impact on our team this year that if they could look to Charles and emulate what he's done over 4 years, that not only would they become amazing tennis players, but they would turn into some exceptional young men, and that's really, Charles has been an outstanding person and representative of our team for 4 years. Our second senior is Dina Lee Cambois. She's heard me tell the story several times. When I got here 4 years ago, she was an incoming freshman, and some of the administration said, oh, you've got this supposedly really good international player coming in, and there's a video on YouTube. So I go look at the video at YouTube, and all she does is speak French, and she never hits a tennis ball. She just sits there and bounces it on a racket and talks, and I don't understand anything she says. So my thought is, okay, she's probably going to be pretty terrible. I was way off. In her 4 years, her singles record was 70-5. 70 wins, 5 losses. All 5 of those losses were to women who were also All-Americans. So not only did she have an amazing record, but when she did lose, it was to some pretty amazing players. In total, with doubles, she had over 130 wins. Will be a 4-time first-team All-Conference player. She was part of the winningest team in program history in 2012, going 18-5 and finishing 3rd in the conference. She was our first All-American. She earned her All-American status last year by finishing the top 16 players in the country. We hadn't had an All-American in 25 years, so that was pretty special. Probably the most important thing that I could say about her is the record for the team before her and then after, or during her 4 years. In the 4 years before Dina arrived, the women's team was 14-69, including a 1-18 season the year before, 29. So it's a pretty amazing turnaround. Both Charles and Dina have changed our program forever. It's been an absolute joy to be with them, and I'm going to be extremely lost without both of them next year. So let's hear for Dina and Charles.
Once again, your 2015 class for men's and women's tennis. Our next sport is actually 2 sports, or 4, depending on how the coach wants to look at it. Here to present the men's and women's track and field and cross country is head coach Andy Till.
First, I'd sure like to thank my seniors for coming to Millsaps and believing in this program and believing in our dream and our vision. There are 8 of you, and I couldn't be more proud. came to Millsaps to run track where there isn't a track. For that, it took a lot of courage, it took a risk, and you helped set a program in motion. And you all fought for this team, fight for each other to, every day to help bring out the very best. And, at the conference meet, I never saw them fall harder than they did. I think you can sum up these 4 years with Ben Parva's sprint finish in the 5K when he held off the Roach runner right at the tape. Travis and Michaela's and Susan's PRs at the conference meet. And Sam's PR at the conference meet. And then, of course, Melinda Solomon running the 10K with a torn hamstring. She just wanted to finish her career, which had meant so much to her, and to run one last time for Millsaps. And then there was the last event, the conference meet. We were down by a 1.5 to Hendricks. So we were in 5th place as a team, and I don't like Hendricks very much. The Hendricks coach, this actually happened, walked up to me just before the start, and he said, "Looks like we got you this year." That didn't sit well with me. Wolfgang was standing over by me, and he heard what I had to say about that. And the guys ran as hard as they could. They laid it all on the line. Chucky Hayden dove at the finish line. He ensured our team's 4th place finish and broke a baton. It was very spectacular. But also, you think about someone else, Jenna Johnson, who came to Millsaps to run cross country, but she tore ACL. She couldn't run, but she wanted to contribute to the program, so she became a pro. And Coach Bynum made her a conference champion. Great job, Jenna. So we call up my seniors, one by one. Chucky Hayden, Travis Hepwood, Sam Martin, Ben Parva, Susan Fasano, Jenna Johnson, Linda Solomon, and Michaela Thurber.
Once again, a round of applause for your 2015 senior class for Jack and Julie cross country. Our next sport is the 2015 Millsaps baseball program. Here to talk about his senior class of the 2015 season is head coach Jim Page.
Congratulations.
3 minutes. They got an over-under on me. Scott, Coach Loach, come on down real quick. If you will, please. Will Edwards couldn't be here tonight because it's tradition that volunteer not show up. Which Scott didn't when he was the volunteer. Now he's taking Cody's place, so Cody said, "You got to come," but Will Edwards doesn't. And I would also, I'm doing differently, I apologize if I'm in trouble, but I would like the 8 ESPN watching some of them to please come up down here right now. Shoe, that was outstanding. I hope you go to regional so I can run you for it at our next practice. That was great. This is, guys, this is my 27 years This is my favorite senior class that I've ever had. I haven't said that about classes. Here's what's awesome. One, on the talent side, they're good. They in 2013, these guys all played, and they won the conference regular season. Then they won the 14 tournament. Then they won the best 2 or 3 series with Birmingham. Then we went to Millington to the South Regional, and they won it. Went to the World Series and 2 extra inning game with Southern Maine in a great Ithaca team where we were right there with both of them. So they did what nobody else here at Millsaps had ever done with the baseball program. And that, I will always remember that. I know that they will. It was one of the greatest seasons. But this year is something that is just, I guess it's the way I'm wired, that I love these kind of stories, these kind of movies, whatever. But we're 9 games into the season, 6-3, and we think we have a shot to be pretty good. I know Scott and I are excited, and we lose our middle infield all in one weekend. One of our starting shortstops dislocates his elbow. The other one tears his hamstring, didn't play short. Second, we had the best. We were going to have the best middle infield in the league by far. And then one of our top conference pitcher starters goes down, and we look at each other, and I think at the same time, I think Edwards was in there too, and we were like, we're in trouble, big trouble. Middle infield is critical in baseball. Catcher, middle, second, short, center. You got to be strong at the middle. We've just lost that in a big arm, and we were really worried about it. And these guys went out and proceeded to win 16 of the next 17 games, and I guess in that span of 4 weeks, we were never in the polls to begin with, and we ended up being ranked 10th in the country. Stuff like that is only done when you have guys, senior leadership, guys like that essentially just took it and kept going, and in spite of some of the issues that we had, and they did an unbelievable, outstanding job of leading. And again, for me, I guess it's just how I am wired, that I love when I see that kind of stuff, because anybody can be good when it all goes right for you. And we know in this world it doesn't always do that. These guys are champions on the field and will be off the field because of that. I don't think it's a coincidence that their parents, several of whom are here, it's the best parent class that I've ever had as well. And again, the two combined, you guys are very fortunate to have had the parents, and I know I'm very fortunate to have had you guys as is Coach Deloach. We hope, I'll close with this, probably bordering on 108 seconds, but we'll find out soon whether we get a chance to go on. And this is a group, we stubbed their toe a little bit the last couple weekends, but this is a group that if we were to give a chance, I would tell you all right now, it will not surprise me at all if we're back in Appleton, Wisconsin again. So, man, I appreciate it. This is Colin Peak, Smokey Etheridge, Sammy Doucette, William Shoemaker, Keith Chenoweth. A little inside joke there with Wes Hammond and Ann Etheridge. These are my favorite dudes ever.
2015 senior class of Millsaps baseball. It's now time to present the Outstanding Female Student Athlete of the 2015 Archie Lamb Award. Here to present that award is Miss Anna Sitt.
The Archie Lamb Award is given annually to the male and female student athlete that best showcases leadership and service to their team, school, and community. This year, our female recipient is someone who is involved in countless organizations and activities across Millsaps campus and the Jackson community. In addition to being one of the leaders on her team, she has served on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee since 2012. She helped organize a team-wide service project at the Methodist Rehab Center, where her team was named the Volunteers of the Year in 2012. She has worked with Wellspring and One Campus, One Community, where she received a Constant Dedication Award. This past year, she has served as a volunteer at the Blair E. Batson Children's Hospital. As an athlete, she finished her career with the third most assists in school history and recorded just the third triple-double in school history this season. Her enthusiasm and sportsmanship towards the game was always recognized and respected by the opposition and opposing coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to announce the 2015 Archie Lamb Award to Miss Samantha Perez.
Our next sport is Millsaps Women's Lacrosse. Here to talk about her senior class in the 2015 season is head coach Molly McDonald.
Kendall, Kelsey, and Sarah, our amazing seniors. I want to thank you for all the hard work and dedication you put into the program this season. You made my first year so much easier. Throughout your time here, you've held this team together, despite so much change. 3 coaches in 3 years. You helped build this program, and you should be extremely proud of how far it has come. We had a record-setting season this year, a direct result of your commitment and effort you put into this team. We even finished the year ranked the #1 college lacrosse team in the state of Mississippi. We may or may not be equally talented. Sarah Goday, and Kelsey Ingraham.
Our next team is our 2015 Millsaps cheerleaders. Here to talk about his senior class is head coach George Handy.
Good evening. I have 3 minutes to talk about 4 outstanding young ladies that I've actually met for the first time this year. When I met them this summer for
routine form or have not actually become doing more study. Come to find out that I became the actual head coach here. I actually want to give thanks to those 4 seniors to pretty much, they opened up their arms to me as far as showing me the ropes around Millsaps. One little slight thing that I do want to say to them and to everybody else that I know they probably hate every time we work out, that one little song I always sing. Yes, Jesus loved me. So when I come in singing that, they already know, they put their head down and be like, we finna work out. So without further ado, I want to give thanks to Kate, Courtney, Ariel, and Morgan. Once again, your 2015 senior class for cheerleading. Our next team is the 2015 Millsaps dance team. Here to talk about her seniors is head coach Anna Catherine Stewart.
Good evening. Unfortunately, I don't have any stats to give, but I have to say that we started off with about 4 or 5 girls last year, and I am so proud of the team we have today. We have nearly doubled our dance team, and I honestly can say that I couldn't have done it without Madeline Calcote, our captain, and she is, I can't even begin to name all of the things that she's done to help me and to help the team, and she's really been our team mom. In fact, I've already got my bag packed with Band-Aids and all sorts of things that Madeline always had, because she really was like our team mom. And Tasha Benza, our other senior who is here with us tonight, she joined us last spring just for technique, and I have never seen someone blossom as a dancer like she has. And you know, she would just go out on the field and she would shine just with everyone else with no technical training, which, you know, dance team, I'm sure. I am so, so proud of both of them. And if you would, Madeline and Tasha.
Once again, your 2015 dance team senior class. Next up is our 2015 Millsaps men's lacrosse team. Here to talk about his senior class in this past season is head coach John Hoffler.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to call everybody up here, but Coach Page did that. Coach McDonald bringing a good joke of us being across the Mississippi. Josh, you took my script out of here, so I don't know what to talk about. But no, in all honesty, we honored a great group this year. Nick, you talked about, hey, win some cross, saving the best for last. And look at the program, and we are saving the best for last. And we are saving the seniors. You guys had an amazing year. It was great to watch everybody on and off the field, court. You guys are an amazing group. I also want to take a second, Josh, thank you for sending these seniors off in a great senior year in your first year as our athletic director, so thank you as well. And Eric, thank you for not using that goofy picture that you were threatening with. Grayson, I know you're kind of a freshman, but we're going to hide it. Grayson, Will, Jake, Scott, you guys are an amazing young group. For those that that don't know, we only have 15 guys on our roster this year, 2 goalies. So that brings us down to 13, and you're allowed 9 at a time on the cross field. Normally, you're supposed to play between 25 and 30 guys at a time. And throughout the year, our guys played so hard thanks to your leadership that every coach after a hard-fought loss, coach, you have 10 more guys. You beat us. And that hurts. Dude, that's not good. You just beat us by 15. But you guys are the whole reason that we get that praise and we have that respect around the league. I would not have gone through this season with anybody else. So, Grayson, Will, Jake, Scott, you guys are out there. Come on down.
We smell cold.
Real kick ass. One last piece. We were the recipients of the Spirit Award this year as well, and you seniors exemplify that. If you look at all the slides, we have lacrosse goals in the background, some of us during practice. I'm very proud for you guys to have impacted all these stellar student athletes, but real smart.
It is now time for the second installment for our 2015 senior video series. We call this video, What I'll Miss the Most.
Really just when we come together as a student body, that's the time that
Just letting the people know myself here was probably one of the most interesting and fun times.
Bryce and Blackburn and his shenanigans.
The connections you make through the Jackson community, the friendships you make through just Millsaps, you make lifelong friends. The teachers are great, the coaches are awesome, and I think that will last just through your life. That's one of the greatest things about being Millsaps.
people here at Millsaps getting to meet some cool individuals from various, especially the life, some cool people. That's the most fun thing I had in Millsaps experience, and I'll take it after graduation.
Here, being on a team, making friends was easy, so just the closeness of campus is what I love most.
I guess just bonding with my classmates and my major, and traveling abroad, getting to spend time in Europe with 20 of my closest friends was a great experience.
Going through the program with your peers from the first day all the way up in comps,
miss the camaraderie of the team, miss the team members, the coaches, the guys that came in the freshman year and have done it for 4 years. And just staying together and close, which has been awesome for me and helped me to get through school and family.
I think Millsaps offers a really unique opportunity to make deep connections with your peers, your coaches, your professors, and that's something I really found here at Millsaps, and something I'm very good at.
One thing that I'll miss most on Millsaps College is the closure and relationship we have with each and every person.
Just everyone, the experience, people here, my teammates, basketball season, of course, just everyone who helped make me come be here.
Sports information, but also being able to finish up the team.
I'm gonna miss working out with my friends, getting stronger, watching guys really develop as players, as men, and as students over the time here at Millsaps.
It is now time for us to present the 2015 Paul Benton Award. It is traditionally given to the top senior male student athlete here at Millsaps College. Here to present the 2015 award is Mr. Max Harrigan.
The Paul Benton Award is presented annually to the Millsaps Male Student Athlete of the Year. This year's recipient has written not only the Millsaps, but also the NCAA record books. He is currently the Division III active leader in games played, at-bats, hits, run scores, and sacrifice flies, where he is also third in the entire NCAA. This season, he has surpassed the 250 career hit mark, setting a school record in the process. In addition to this phenomenal hitting, he has excelled on the mound, as well as posting a 22-5 record with 12 complete games in his career. He's a 3-time All-American, including being named the Southern Athletic Association and South Region Player of the Year as a sophomore. This year, we are proud to present the 2015 Paul Benton Award to Mr. Keith Shoemaker.
Bragging on Keith, but he was also named this past weekend this year's Southern Athletic Association Conference Player of the Year. It is now time to present the Carla Webb Award, given traditionally to the top female senior athlete here at Millsaps College. Here to present this year's award are Miss Anissa Hoskins and Miss Erica Coleman.
Presented annually to the Millsaps Female Student Athlete of the Year.
Typically, one student athlete stands out above the rest, but this has not been a typical year.
Typically, we look for someone who helped turn around a program. This year, 2 athletes turned around programs that had won just 1 game a few seasons ago.
Typically, we look for an athlete that has won numerous honors at different levels. This season, 2 athletes have been honored at the conference, region, and All-American levels.
Typically, we look for someone who broke records. This season, 1 broke the records of the award's namesake, Carla Webb, and set the school's all-time scoring record. The other has gone 70-5 and counting over 4 seasons and was the first All-American for Millsaps in her sport since 1989.
Since this was not your typical year, we are proud to announce co-winners of this year's Carla Webb Award, Ms. Velvet Johnson
and Ms. Dina Lee Kalmwa.
tonight's evening, we wanted to let one member of our senior student athlete class come and speak on behalf of fellow seniors. Here is Ms. Taylor Winslow.
Seems like just yesterday we were picking clovers in the outfield during t-ball practice, running in masses down the soccer field chasing a ball, or performing at halftime during our last homecoming. Little did we know how much the ones around us were setting us up to fulfill our dreams and lifelong passions. As we celebrate our athletic careers at Millsaps, we wanted to say to our families, friends, and parents that we know. We know you have supported us and made our time at Millsaps possible by your sacrifices, belief in us, and your love. We know you were always watching, whether it was hot, rainy, freezing, or on a computer screen miles away. Your endless support drove us to reach our best potential. We saw the joy on your faces when we collected yet another desk collecting trophy, or walking across the field to your waiting hugs after a hard-fought win. We appreciate the little things, washing muddy uniforms, excuse me, trips to physical therapy or summer camp, and heading to and from Millsaps from home far and far away to truly show what you've meant to us. We want you to know that we will never forget how you made our dreams of becoming a college athlete come true. I would like the senior class to please stand and give a round of applause for our amazing players. We're forever grateful for you and everything you've done for us. Thank you for another 4 years of lasting memories and letting us dress out in purple and white. We are thankful to have the opportunity to be a major, but most importantly, we're thankful for you.
A couple more housekeeping items. Seniors, as you leave the recital hall, we have another small token of our thanks. Organized by fellow senior Morgan Presti, we have an athletic cord for each senior to wear on your mortarboard at graduation. They'll be located right outside the exit doors. Before we conclude this year's ceremony, our student athletes also wanted to reiterate their thanks to everybody. This video will complete tonight's ceremony, and again, there will be pictures available up in the AC Recital Hall lobby. From everyone here at Millsaps College, we hope you enjoyed tonight's ceremony. Thank you again to our senior class and their families and parents, and good night.
I definitely couldn't have done it without family. My parents just gave me the opportunity to play here. My parents have been so supportive. I want to thank my family. My parents for giving me the opportunity to play here. My parents, I'd like to thank my parents. I couldn't be here without my family. They paid my tuition.
Don't have to thank my parents. I'd like to thank my parents. They've been a big supporters for years since I came here.
My family, my aunt, uncle, and grandmother, thank you for pushing me to join this team.
Of course, I'd like to thank my parents.
My family, and then also my teammates' families.
And my family for their support along still having a student or a son go all the way across the country. So I want to thank them for watching my game tonight.
Also, I'd like to thank Steve Wilkes for sticking it out, taking the learning. Coaches, rather wish me to really watch thank Coach Mox. He came in my freshman year. I didn't even know who Coach was going to be. But he's really made my Millsaps College experience great.
Yes, Coach Winkman for giving me the opportunity to play basketball in college. It's really nice of him.
My coaches, of course, also Coach Wink. I love you guys.
I want to say thank Coach P, Coach Glenn, Coach Belch for always staying on us. Coach Belch for allowing me to come back. Coach Belch helped us to find this college and kind of bring this national attention to the football team.
Thank you, Still.
Coach Till for sure.
I'd like to thank my coach.
Thanks, Coach Still. He was